Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you all of the things that I feel like I cannot fly without, specifically on like an overnight flight when you have to sleep. So you guys know that I am all about health and wellness, and sleep is such an integral part of being a healthy individual. But it can be really hard when you have an overnight flight. I have never ever been able to have really any sleep, but especially not a good night's sleep on an overnight flight. But this past maybe like 2 months ago, you guys probably saw that Matt and I, along with most of his family, went to Maui, and we had a freaking blast. You guys can go watch the vlog if you haven't seen it already, but one of our flights was a red-eye. So this time around, I was like, I am not messing around. I am going to be one of those people that can sleep on flights. So I started doing a bunch of research on just like things that I should bring with me and use. And just a lot of fun stuff that I want to share. So I am so happy to report that I was able to sleep on the flight. It was like a 5 to 6 hour flight, and I like literally fell asleep while we were taking off, and I didn't wake up until we were like 20 minutes away from landing because my ears were popping. So that was like it's literally such a big accomplishment because I've never been able to sleep on a plane. So I was like, okay, I am so making a video to share all of the things that I used. And quick funny story, well really it's not funny at all, it actually was horrifying, but on this flight I got stuck next to a passenger who literally had the worst BO I have ever been exposed to. I mean, it was pungent. This woman was literally living in an aura of her own stink. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I was like fully in her personal space and in her personal stank. I'm sorry, I can't not laugh. Literally every single inhale included her smelliness. Like, I couldn't get away from it. There was just no way. She was just, oh gosh, she just smelled so bad. But even if you don't get stuck next to someone who literally reeks, having a good night's sleep on a flight can be such a game changer, because wherever you end up landing, I mean, if you've been on an overnight flight and you haven't slept, you know the level of disorientation and just exhaustion that you feel. And if you're going like abroad or just like on an exciting trip, you don't want to land and just be completely out of it the whole next day. And it can be so hard to like power through the time difference and everything, so you want to make sure you're getting sleep. Plus, a bad night's sleep can actually really send your blood sugar out of whack, which is going to just send your appetite out of whack and just make you feel really like out of control and like you just want to eat, especially if you land somewhere like Europe or I don't know, somewhere cool with lots of delicious food. You're gonna want to eat everything in sight. Okay, the first two things I'm gonna share with you guys are like literal game changers when it comes to flight travel, and I think the main reason that I was able to fall asleep and then stay asleep the whole flight. So this first one is a neck pillow, and this neck pillow is so freaking legit. So you wear it like this, just like any other neck pillow, but you can see it is like really tall and it's made of memory foam, so like your head's actually supported. You're not doing like one of these, you know, like you can actually like lean on it and it's pretty supportive, and it's so comfortable, and it like just encompasses your whole neck. I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of money I've spent on just those little crappy neck pillows that have like the beads inside that literally do nothing. Like, I'd rather not wear anything. And so this was like well worth the investment. I just did a bunch of research and I was like, okay, where can I get me like a real good neck pillow? And so the brand of this is, it's on the tag, Cabo, I don't know how you say it, but that is who makes this neck pillow, and it's so comfy and definitely like game changer. Then the second thing is also from that same brand. When I saw this on the website, I saw that they had an eye mask, and I was like, all right, I'm just going for it. So it's just like a black eye mask, and it's like really soft material. But the best thing about this is it's actually like, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's actually almost like a pair of goggles, but it's all soft. Like, there's nothing really hard about it. So it goes around your eyes, and there's actually like a little, you know, area for the bridge of your nose. So they just like rest on your eyelids. But since they're kind of like goggles and they're concave, they don't press on your eyes, which I like. I mean, I don't wear makeup on long flights anyway, but sometimes that can just get like uncomfortable, and I just like that it just like fully encompasses your eye in like complete, utter blackness, but it's not pressing on your eyes. And it has like a little strap so you can like adjust it. But so I wore this and the neck pillow, and that was just like amazing, like literally amazing. And then a couple other things to help me sleep. The first one was some essential oil. This is actually not the oil I brought with me on that trip. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I recently just purchased like a whole starter kit from Young Living, and lavender oil came in it. It smells so good. Oh my god, it's like the best smelling lavender scent oil I've ever smelled in my life. But this isn't the one I brought because I didn't have it yet, but honestly the one that I brought I'm not even going to recommend to you guys because I've learned so much about these, and the one that I had was really low quality and you should never put that on your skin, and I was putting it on my skin because I didn't know. But anyway, so this one is by Young Living and I love it. So basically I would just put a drop on my wrist and just kind of rub that in. You could also put like a little bit behind your ears too if you want. I didn't do that. I just put it on my wrist, but then, wait for it, with my goggles, I actually put a little drop or two, I don't remember, of essential oil. So I would use the lavender because it smells amazing and it's so calming and soothing and makes me sleep. But I put it in like the little bridge of these, this eye mask. So literally every time I breathed in, it was mixed with BO, but I was also getting like an inhale of the essential oil, and it just really, really helped to not only block out stanky lady, but just to help me sleep because like every breath just had this soothing, just sleepy essential oil, and it was amazing. And then the next thing, I mean, I love my essential oils. They are fabulous. They work wonders, but sometimes you just need something to knock you out, and that is Advil PM. This is what I took before I got on the plane. I took 2, and it definitely helped me stay asleep. I feel like the essential oil definitely helped me fall asleep, but then when this bad boy kicked in, I mean, I literally didn't wake up once, and that's never happened to me before. I literally, if I sleep on a plane, I'm awake every 20 minutes like clockwork, and I slept the whole time. So Advil PM is the MVP. Next thing that was super crucial is basic, but that is headphones, or if you just want to use like earbuds to help block out noise. It's so helpful when you're trying to fall asleep. But if you have headphones, which I'm sure most people do, I listen to a podcast on my phone. It's called the Sleep With Me podcast. If you've never heard of it, it's literally sleeping magic. The guy has like the most monotone voice that just drones on and talks about nonsense, and it literally will put you to sleep, no joke. So check out the Sleep With Me podcast. It works wonders. Another thing, when I am on a flight and not in a bed, I need to sleep with socks on. I don't typically sleep with socks on because I'm not a serial killer. Isn't that the thing? Like, if you sleep with socks, you're a serial killer? I don't know. But when I'm on a flight, I need my feet to be covered, or else I just feel like cold and like bare. I don't know, I don't like it. So I just make sure to bring a pair of socks. Next up is one of my favorite things to travel with, and that is this scarf from Lululemon. It's called the Vinyasa scarf. I feel like everyone and their mother has this. So basically it snaps together and it makes like an infinity scarf. I have it unsnapped right now. But if you unsnap it, it turns into a huge, like literally a really pretty decent sized blanket. So you can just snap it together and wear it as a scarf, or I just fold it up and put it in my carry-on bag. And then when we're ready to roll, I just unsnap that baby and like cover my whole body with this as a blanket. And it's amazing because you don't always get a blanket on an overnight flight. We didn't on the red eye that we just recently took. So make sure to bring something to cover you up with, because being covered up and just keeping your body warm also helps so much to just stay asleep. The next 2 things I'm going to share don't really have anything to do with sleep, to be honest, but I would never be able to go on an extended flight without them, and that is some hand cream and then also some facial oil. So this oil is by Banish Skincare. It's basically just like a mixture of a bunch of oils. It's like really thick. I probably wouldn't use this on my face like all the time just because it is so thick and hydrating, and my skin type doesn't need it, but on a plane it is perfect because it is just so thick and it just like stays on your skin, and you just feel like it's like this perfect moisture barrier, because planes can be super drying to skin. And then also of course just hand cream, because my hands feel dry, and when my hands feel dry, like especially around my cuticles, I'm just like kind of uncomfortable, and anything that will help you feel more comfortable on a plane, you might as well do it. My last and final must-have flying item, again, doesn't have to do with sleep, but I do think it's really important, and that is bringing a water bottle with you. It is so important to try and stay hydrated when you're on a plane, because again, it's really dry in there and it can dehydrate you, but also you tend to not drink a lot of water when you're on a plane, because even those little cups they give you when they're walking around, if you do decide to get water, like it's really not doing much. So I will bring like an empty water bottle with me to the airport so I can get through security and everything, and then I'll always try and fill it up in the airport at like a water bottle station. And then even while you're on the plane, if you're sleeping, I mean obviously you're not gonna be drinking water, but if you're not sleeping, just any plane ride that you're on, you can have the stewardess or flight attendants, I think that's what they're called, fill up the water bottle for you. So they had no problem doing that for me, so I just asked them if they could, and yeah, it was no big deal. So hydrating is important. It'll help your skin. You'll feel a little bit better, and then also again, like when you land and you're feeling like not your best, if you're also dehydrated on top of that, that just adds to the not feeling so great. So try and stay hydrated as much as possible. So those are all the things that I absolutely can't fly without, especially on an overnight flight. And by the way, none of these items are sponsored or anything. These are all just things that I personally used on this previous flight, fell in love with, and wanted to share with you guys because I just like still can't believe that I was able to sleep on that flight. I will try and leave some links down below to this stuff, like the neck pillow and the eye mask, which were like total game changers. Obviously Advil PMs you can get anywhere, but I'll also link the essential oil because I'm obsessed with these. And if you do want to get into essential oils, you guys have got to get the starter kit from Young Living. It's like seriously the bomb. I'll leave a link down below, but just remember you have to be you have to like sign up as a member in order to get the kit, not as a retail customer. So just wanted to give you that tip. But yeah, so that is all I have for this video. If you guys are going on a trip soon and you're gonna be on a long flight, I hope wherever you're going, you are super excited. I wish you safe travels and that you have an absolute blast at your destination. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat so we can hang out daily. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would absolutely love to have you. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!